Hello children, welcome back once again. In our last class we were discussing about classification of matter. What do you mean by matter? Matter is anything which occupies space and has a mass. So if any substance or anything, whether it is solid, liquid or gas, anything which occupies space and has a mass, we call them as matter. And we have classified matter into two different categories. One is pure substance and another one we have discussed is mixtures. In pure substances we have seen that there are two different classifications, that is elements and compounds. Okay, and in mixtures we have classified them as homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Clear children? Now today we shall discuss about properties of matter. As I said in the last module, the chemistry is a branch of science which dealing with the matter and its studies only. Study of matter we can say. Okay, so we have studied the classification of matter. Now we are moving into properties of matter. In properties also, as you have studied in your smaller classes, properties are of two types: physical as well as chemical properties. Physical properties means the properties which are physically seen, means by looking into that what are the properties which we can see, that is mainly we can say color of the substance, then odor of the substance. Odor means smell of the substance, then melting point, then boiling point, then density. These are some of the physical properties which can be seen or which can be measured physically or which can be find out physically, that are called physical properties. Now let us see some of the chemical properties. Chemical properties mainly includes whether the substance is acid or not, or whether the substance is base or not, whether the substance given to us is basic in nature or not, and whether the substance having a combustibility or not, means the ability to react with the oxygen. Okay, and the other chemical properties includes chemical reactions we can say. Mainly chemical reactions only we come or we learn in the chemical properties, that is what are the chemical reactions they undergo in organic compounds and all, whether they undergo addition reactions, then elimination reactions, then rearrangement reactions. These things comes in the chemical reactions. Apart from that, we have also discussed in your our class 10th about some of the types of chemical reactions: combination reactions, decomposition reactions, displacement reactions, redox reactions. These all those things we can put under the chemical properties of matter. Okay children? Next let us move on to the measurements in chemistry, where what are the units or how we measure the substances. Okay, so let's study about units of measurement. Units of measurement. Okay, in the units of measurement we will be studying about what are the basic units which we use in the measurements. Is, as you know, length you can measure by using either centimeter or meter. There are different units of measurement. In olden times we used CGS systems, then FBS system we have used. CGS system was actually introduced in France and all, where CGS, the units CGS means centimeter, gram, seconds only. So in case of length we use centimeter, in the mass we find out grams, then seconds for time period in which the reactions takes place, or the procedure to complete. So this was used in France as a CGS system. Then another unit of measurement was there. Britishers used another method of units, that is a FBS system. Okay, and later we have nowadays we use SI units. What are SI units? SI units are internationally standardized units. Internationally standardized. So internationally standardized units are called SI units. Okay, children. So according to that, we have for length we use meter instead of centimeter. We use meter for SI unit of length is meter. For mass we use in the CGS system gram only, but in SI units we use kilogram. Time, for time we use seconds only. In CGS also second only we use as a unit, and in the SI units also time is second only. And temperature we represent by in the units of Kelvin. K means Kelvin temperature. Okay, about Kelvin, how Kelvin measurement takes place, and we will study in our 5th chapter. And you have studied in physics about current, electric current. We measure by using the unit ampere, and luminous intensity we use CD, that is for a candela, and quantity of matter we study in terms of moles. So these are some of the SI units which we study, which we use in the units of measurement, that is length, meter, mass, kg, time, seconds, temperature, Kelvin, current, ampere, luminous intensity, candela, quantity of matter, moles. Okay, quantity of matter, how much amount of quantity is measured in chemistry as in terms of moles. Mole concept we will learn once again in the chapter. In measurements we have next 2 topics, that is mass and weight. These are all simple topics only, you have studied in 9th standard. Mass means simply the amount of substance is measured, and weight we calculate mass along with the gravity, isn't it? Acceleration due to gravity is measured along with the mass, then it comes as a weight. Okay, children? Next we have volume. SI unit of volume is meter cube. Okay, SI unit of volume is meter cube. Next we have density, another important term, density. Children, you know what is density means? Density is mass upon a unit volume. Okay, as we have already discussed, volume is measured in a meter cube. So children, listen here. How can we generate units in terms of formula? You can say for density case, SI unit of mass is kilogram and volume it is meter cube. Correct? So we will write it as kilogram dot meter raised to -3. So this -3 or inverse cube represents this meter cube, which is our volume, which is in the denominator part only. Okay, either you can write it as kg m raised to -3, or you can write it as kilogram per meter cube. When you write per meter cube, you no need to mention -3 here, otherwise children always students make a mistake. This one, this -3 must be written when you put a dot and write. Okay, even though if there is no dot also it will be okay, but if it is written along with the kg meter, then you have to mention -3. Why? Because volume comes in the denominator part only. If it is multiplied, suppose you want to get density or mass you want to get, okay, so you can just cross multiply these two. There you don't need to put a minus value. Okay, so children, you have to remember either you use a -3 or you may use a bar for representing this. Okay, next one is the temperature. Children, as we have studied in our smaller classes, temperature is measured in a degree Celsius. The at present the current temperature we write 25 degrees Celsius. 25 degrees Celsius means now we are having a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, and when you write this one in terms of Fahrenheit, there is a difference. There are actually 3 units we use for temperature. One is our degree Celsius, another one is F for Fahrenheit, and we also use K for Kelvin temperature. Okay, in your smaller class in 9th standard you have studied about Kelvin. Kelvin temperature we represent how much is the degree Celsius. You may add into that 273 then you will get the value of this one, because 273 Kelvin is equal to 0 degrees Celsius only. Okay, 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. So whatever may be the temperature, you may add 273 into it, so you will get Kelvin temperature. So if it is 100 degrees Celsius, so what you will write? You will write 373 Kelvin. Okay, children, you understood what you have to do? You have to add 273 into it, so that you can convert degree Celsius into Kelvin. So now let's see how can we convert Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is represented as degree F. Okay, degree Fahrenheit. Degree Fahrenheit means 9/5 degree centigrade plus 32. Children, this formula you must remember for converting a degree Celsius into Fahrenheit. Degree Celsius into Fahrenheit, what you have to do? 9/5 you have to multiply with whatever may be the temperature in degree Celsius. Suppose it is given, suppose we have 5 degrees Celsius. You have to convert that into Fahrenheit. So what you will do? 9/5 into 5 plus 32. This 5 and 5 will cancel. You will get 9 plus 32. 9 plus 32, how much? 41 degree Fahrenheit. This is how we can convert degree Celsius into Fahrenheit. Okay, children? So students, we have discussed now about matter. Matter can be classified into two on the basis of pure substances and mixtures, and we have classified them into pure substances into elements and compounds, and mixtures into homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Then we have also discussed about matter with respect to their properties. With respect to properties, matter can be classified into two, physical as well as chemical properties. Okay. Then chemical properties and physical properties, we have seen that physical properties are those properties which can be physically measured, and chemical properties are those chemical reactions which they involve. And we have also studied about some units of measurement. Please go through the topic and make sure that you understood. Okay, children?